What's up, guys? So you survived price action 101, all 10 minutes of it. All right, so number two. If you want to know how to create your trend lines, which is like step two of, I'd say, this four-part process, um, you're going to want to first have your support and resistance. Remember, last one we learned green is weekly, gray is daily. That's all you're going to need. I mean, it goes into 4 hour and hourly if you really want to, but no need to nerd out like that just yet. So just like with the trend, or just like with the support and resistance lines, the trend lines work strength to weakness. Weekly is the strongest, daily is pretty strong, hourly becomes weaker in the short term. So the first thing we do is we have our chart on the hourly, and we're looking for our trend lines, which are, and sorry if you already know this, but it will be helpful to those that don't. You're looking for the top point or candle in a certain range of price action that you're looking at. And then you want to see the next highest candle in a price action range you're looking at. So for us, this weekly, top of the range is here, where we just identified. That's like, that's pretty fun. Shit. Oh, fuck. Hey, Rachel, can I curse in YouTube videos or will they take it down?
I mean, it's set to not suitable for children.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. We're set to NSFW. All right. So the next highest is going to be this one right here. So I'm going to pass it through there. You don't want to stop it here because then look at that. You have no idea what the fuck's going on after that. So activate drawing trend line. So I'm going to drag it out to here. Okay, now here's what we see. That trend on the weekly is super strong. The weekly is the strongest, and here's why. Look how far back this goes. This is February 15th, right? So this lasted this long, boom, and it goes out here. So that to me says that this is a serious breakout happening. Breakout means, breaking above or below the trend because it's happening on the weekly chart. So that's pretty cool. The next thing we're going to look at, remember weekly, daily, hourly is how we work. We're going to go look at the daily. We're going to kind of refine it, make sure the levels still make sense. You want to refine as you go down. So that way, here's why. When I get down to, let's say, the hourly or even like the 15-minute, you really need to be able to trust what's happening in the price action. You can't trust what's happening if the levels on the larger trend aren't correct. Okay, so we're going to go back to our daily. That's correct. Just going to scoot this in a little bit for this top level right here. And now you see that breakout on the trend is pretty strong. And the thing about these trend lines that you should know is that when it's beneath it, it's resistance. When it breaks above it, you want to see if it's support. So just looking at the daily really quick to see if this is a strong breakout. So it is, and here's why. You've got the breakout, right? And you always want to wait for your retest. The retest of the level that shows you if it is now support or if it falls and goes back down. So here we can see, because we drew our bomb ass support and resistance weekly lines, look at that. Weekly resist, weekly support, weekly support, weekly support, weekly support, weekly support holds, and it goes back up out of there. So although it's not exactly the trend at 118.14, we see this level right here that we can really trust. So because we could trust that level, I mean, it survived, how many days is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of that level trying to fall. It didn't go. So we can kind of confirm that that bounce is the real deal and that the stock is heading up. All right, so the last level we want to look at, and sorry, it's a little detour. We just want to go to the hourly. We're going to refine those. But so this is what I call trend within a trend, right? Now that we found our major levels, we're looking to see what's happening in minor levels. So we're on our hourly. We're going to draw you could draw this trend line here. And what that says to you is boom, boom, or boom, boom. It should be going all the way up to here, and it technically can fall there. But we're going to want a little bit of a tighter trend line, and that's okay. But because we're doing these as shorter terms, we're going to make that red. And then we're going to draw one from here to here, just so that we can get like kind of last day, see where we're at. So you see a little trend break right there. Or do that. You want to go like super low with it. But remember, we're just trying to find short-term trends here, so those don't really matter as much. And then we could also see a little one here going down there. So you can probably kind of see where this is going in that, just like we looked for these breakouts here on the weekly, as we go down in our time intervals, we're looking for the same price behavior on the daily than the hourly. So this would be another breakout, just like the one we saw, if we can get a convincing retest of these trend lines. The other thing I want to focus on is people often will say things like X, Y, or Z stock is getting tight. What that means is that, let's use Gilead for an example. So you see here with Gilead, how it had the trend line going down, see the top trend, and then the next trend, second highest like we talked about. And then also, wait, actually, this is a really good chance to show too. I'm sorry, I don't have support resistance on here. Look at that. Remember we talked about the importance of that retest? Breaks through the trend line, comes back down, bounces off support once, twice, goes back up, tries a level again 3 times, and then it's off to the races. So we know that that was a real breakout, but that's not the point. The point is that when the stock can do 2 things that we care about in price action. The first is it can break a downtrend or an uptrend. So like this here, downtrend breaks up, just like we identified before. The second it can do is break a triangle. So we create a triangle when we have the bottom levels, 1, and the second lowest, 2, behave in the same way as those top trends do. And when these 2 meet, so right, this area is coming to a head. There's only one way it can go, right? Up or down. And whichever direction it goes usually tends to be pretty explosive, just breaking out of this pattern, which is created by the trend lines. So it would be the same situation here, where just flip it upside down. The stock would drop out. So let's say it dropped out to right here. In the same way this one rose to right here. And then you're going to wait for it to retest. It's over here. And if it retests and bounce back down, like boing, boing, then you got yourself a proper breakout to the downside. So again, just to kind of review that, I'm going to change the colors of them as I go so you can kind of see. First thing in a triangle we're looking for is where the points meet. Second thing we're looking for is a breakout. Third thing we're looking for is a retest of that level. Okay. So to review, let me go back to TSM. I'm going to start with the weekly. See if you find any trends. Next, you're going to move to the daily. You're going to refine it. See if it holds. Here, you're going to start looking for retests. Let's see if the level held. Once you're there, you know that things are bullish. So you're going to go to the hourly, see what kind of trends you can find. It's like here, for example, Friday. Again, this isn't like the longest trend or anything, but gives you confidence things are going up. If it breaks out that way, going to wait for your retest. But I'm kind of getting ahead of ourselves. I'll talk about the next one next week, I think, where I'm going to actually talk about identifying breakouts, identifying price action triggers, using weekly and daily support and resistance triggers, and all that kind of stuff. Cool. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the oh God, I'm that guy now. All right, bye.